Yeah. It's cool how shiny it is, too. It's like black, but shiny. It's almost like purple, kind of. Oh, the projector, yeah.
Magic, 1,000 delights.
One second. Buying bait. Oh shit. You look like a different person. Oh, okay. Nice. Oh, high elf? Not a, it looks kind of like your priest character. It's funny how, like, okay, your character, like, look how close she stands with her legs, right? And then, like, look at my legs. They're, like, spread to the max. Just gotta catch a few more fishies. It's so sick we got that loan. Like, I didn't even expect to get it. Like I was saying, I don't get my hopes up. I was expecting, like, I know the fan will sell. I don't have to get my hopes up or down for that. I know it'll sell eventually. That'd be so killer to live close to you, dude. And we have some sick projects too. Like, we could set up a sawmill. We could set up a forge. We could. Yeah, we could have like our own forged and fire knives. We could blow our own BHO, so we'd have like unlimited oil. We could fucking build a cabin, have storage for all our crap, and you know. Fuck. Yeah, we could make like Damascus and stuff. We use your dad's welder to weld up shit and stuff.
That area doesn't get much light though, so growing outside is not really much of an option in that area.
No, that's... yeah. Like, look at how dense the trees are. Look how green the grass is and how dense the trees are. Like, shit obviously grows there. It just has a different season. Like, you basically, and like here, you have extended growing season. You could probably do 2 crops, but there it has a regular growing season. You'd probably do 1 crop of stuff, but at the same time, you're not like in a drought, fire zone place. Like, and really, if we like do stuff right, especially since it's outdoor, we could get a really big yield, and we would only need 1 season. It would be completely fine off of 1. Like, indoor plants are tiny. Like, an outdoor plant might produce like 4 pounds or some crazy shit. You know, like, indoor plant is like nothing. It's like, oh, you got like 3 ounces, not even 1 pound. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. You just have to spend a little bit more time with it and like trim it extra and all that shit. Fuck. Come. Yeah. I'm trying to catch a rare fish now. I ain't gonna get it though. God damn it. He's. Okay. Oh, come on. No. Come on. I got it, dude. No way. It was like literally last second before the timer ran out. Sick. Those are such a pain in the ass to catch. Like, I think I got 2. Oh, you can sell crayfish to the fishmonger for $70 a piece, dude. Fuck. Yeah, save your crayfish. Yeah. In the fish I caught, it's fairy snakeheads worth 500. Now my character's got a bank. Nice. Yeah, I'm almost to where I can make mine. I just need 20 more fillets, so I just gotta catch like 4 fish and I'll be good. That's cool. I'll just catch them. It'll build up my stuff. Yeah, I think it builds up your crafting when you like turn them into fillets, dude. Nice. Sick. Dude, that one fairy snakehead was worth 500 gold. But it was like retarded hard to catch. Barely caught the fucking thing, trying hella hard. And like knowing how to do it too. Still barely caught the thing.
I'm level 25. I've been kind of slow. I haven't been playing as much.
So did it just pop up once you were level 23? Yeah, so it must be something like you have to be level 20 or something like that. I don't see what else it could be. I can't think of anything else. Yeah, I wonder if the Reaper had something like that too, because I'm pretty sure I talked to him and it didn't work, and we did all that bullshit. And I eventually just leveled up doing other stuff, and then it worked. So maybe I had to be level 50 fucking 8 or some bullshit. You know, another thing I would think would be really cool to do with that property is, so it has a bunch of redwood, like, and since you own the property, you could legally make stuff out of redwood, which pretty much no one else can do, unless they also own property with redwood. Just like no one. Well, I mean, it's like no one that is also wants to, like, say I could make slingshots, or like bows, and someone might pay hella just because it's made out of redwood, not even necessarily for like talent or a name or something like that. And then if you did keep selling them, then you would have the name and talent eventually. Because I mean, yeah, like I would want to carve it and then use something like your vacuum chamber and impregnate it with resin. So then not only would it be like really strong wood, it's impregnated with resin. Yeah. Yeah, it might just be like the quarter inch of the outside that actually has air in it or something. I would definitely want to do it for myself, if anything. Like, I would want my own handmade slingshot for sure. That would be sick. Oh, I don't think I've never even heard of Derek. Oh wait, your dad's brother, right? I met him one time. I met him that one time. He was hella polite. That's my type of guy, though, really. Yeah, like Ron Swanson. Right? I need the same job as Ron, just be the park manager, be like... just be riding around on your canoe, like, oh, okay. I actually looked up that type of job for there, and there's people that have applied for the forestry position around Fortuna, and you have to be volunteer to start with. And there was this one guy who's saying he's volunteered for like 2 years and he still hasn't got a job there. So I was like, I'm not trying to get a job there, but yeah. Yeah. I'm just focused on the water treatment facility. That's where I want to get a job. I mean, I'll work at like Winco until then or something like that, but that's what I want eventually. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'd probably still be willing to do that, like if it's got good pay and like even though I'm getting land, it'd be sick to have an apartment and stuff, you know? Okay. Might still be worth it, though. Hell yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and it seems like a good type of job. Like, you'd have to deal with people, but not, like, constantly all day kind of thing. It'd just be, like, really simple conversations.
I'm gonna put this away. Do you want any right now, or you want me to save it?
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in that. Like, I still want to work towards a water place, because that pays the most. Yeah. Yeah. That's what's so sick about this property, too. Like, okay, even if I got the worst job in town, I'm just working at Winco or whatever, just a basic-ass job, I could easily pay the monthly payment on that thing and have money for food and stuff still. I mean, especially with me and Debbie working, like, we'd have more than enough money for food and stuff. Man, I'm so stoked. For vacation? No, I don't think so. I think she's gonna stay here, take care of the cats and stuff. And, have the van on I'm gonna have the van on Craigslist within like tomorrow or the next day, so she'll be able to like talk to people that if they show up. Yeah, because even though we're getting a loan, We need that because we're gonna have to pay off the loan for one. Yeah, we gotta pay off the loan for one, and then for two, I want to put as much down as possible. Like, if I definitely want to put more than 5K if it's possible, because yeah, the more I have paid off, and like, what am I gonna save it for anyways? The reason I ever was saving money was for this, you know. So there's no point in really saving a bunch unless it's like for food and, you know, car repairs and basic shit like that. Yeah. Dude, yeah, I'm just... Me and Debbie are... I guarantee me and Debbie are both filled with hella regret just because it's like... We could already be there. You know? We could already have land, and like, we just... You know, we were 20-year-olds at one point. We weren't that smart. You know? And we had no guidance. We didn't... Yeah, and like on top of that, we had zero guidance. We didn't have like grandparents or like really smart, money savvy parents telling us shit. Like, we were learning from failure, you know? Like, we thought we were doing what was right until we failed over and over. Like, and like, I'm just sick of failing. I just want to have something like solid and legit, you know? Like, property. Be killer, dude. You know, we'd be like every other weekend shooting slingshots or guns or something on the property, building random shit. It'd just be like paradise, man. We could drive like 30, 40 minutes, go fishing on the coast, dude. Yeah, like, what else could you really ask for? Like, what's something that's not there? A desert? Yeah. Fire risk? Tornado risk? Like, a bunch of risk. That's the only thing that's not there. A fucking shit ton of risk and, like, waste of time. Nice. Yeah, and then even there, like the place with tsunami warnings, it's not like it's East Coast. Like, the tsunami wouldn't be like fucking Florida's shit. Yeah. Cool.
How close is it to your property, Joanne? Like,
It seems like it's like 20. Oh, from his property or his house? Yeah. His property is like the very border of Oregon, pretty much.
yeah.
Yeah, like he could grow a bunch of like sage or corn, or like have a bunch of palm trees or some random shit up there. And if anything, eventually you could just resell it for more than you bought it, and it would have been like a little investment, a long-term investment.
But, so our property, though, would be close to your house, your parents' house? Or,
Yeah. But even that, like Fortuna, Brian's really close to his parents' house too. He's probably like 15 minutes or something. Yeah, it's really close. And then like Fortuna is really close to Eureka, which is a bigger town. Like if there was something that wasn't in Fortuna or something.
hey, are you going to look at the Are you legit gonna look at the
Yes, that's the whole point of the email. Yeah, because I'm not gonna pay for it if I don't know, like, if it's just zoned for logging. That's not a deal breaker, you know. But I can't even think of what would be a deal breaker. But I just know I need to look at it.
Well, if you can't put a house,
Well, the thing is, even if you can't technically put a house there, that might just because it's so dense in forest. So you could, like, get a tractor and a chainsaw, cut down all those trees, pull out all the roots, grow some grass, and maybe you could get it rezoned. Like, I don't know how that works, but I know you can get properties rezoned because of what Brian told me. Fuck yeah. Yeah, I was planning on, like, grabbing a bottle of something and just, like, getting your dad to answer my questions. So I finished a fish crate. It says complete delivery to Gen, which I don't know where that is. Yeah, 13 minutes is like nothing to me. I wouldn't even be able to finish 2 cigs before I got there. Like, come on. And, fuck yeah. Yeah, Winco and Grocery Outlet are like the best stores you could ask for, really. Oh, I'd go there every Friday, man. Also, another cool thing about the property is, like, so say we're paying on it for like 5 or 6 years, and it's $100,000 property. Well, once we get it paid off, it's like a really badass long-term investment. You could, if you decide you hate this place for whatever reason, you have $100,000 saved up in the bank that you've slowly been saving. So, like, it's no loss. It's like guaranteed no loss. And towns expand too. Towns like slowly expand, so like in 10-20 years that property might be like around the edge of town and might be worth way more, or like you put work into it and then it might be worth way more too. Yeah, it's got internet, it's got not only electricity, it's got a full fence and internet and all this other crap. Yeah, flat spots for a house, different zoning or something like that. Yeah, you could make it worth more while having it as like an investment, or like just keep it and then like have a badass place. That's what I plan on. Yeah, for real. Like, I don't need a big mansion to be happy. Like, with that trailer, I'd be hella happy. And then build a cabin, I'd be extra happy. I have all the room to store all my crap, and, like, you know, it'd be perfect. Eventually, I could just find my own free trailer, too. Or just get a nice, cheap, you know, drop a couple $1,000 down and get a really nice trailer. Like, it's not like I'd be living in squalor. I'd have everything I would fucking want. Oh, that'd be perfect. Yeah, and then like in the future, if they want it back, by then I could just get my own and all that crap, you know? hell yeah.
I was wondering about running water.
Well, I know temporarily we could easily afford just buying water for drinking and showering. But like long term, yeah. Yeah, like just have some of those for showers and stuff, right? Sick. Yeah, we just have like 4 of those stacked up, and then we'd be fine. Like we just have to refill it every couple months or something. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Yeah, and I already have the generator. It's not like we'd be not having power or anything.
And since it's wet there, the well wouldn't go dry, right?
Yeah, exactly. And not only is it wet there, like, it's not only like raining there constantly, we're on a property with tons of trees, so there's an aquifer under the property, like guaranteed. Because there's a huge root system.
Do you have to filter well water?
If you were like in LA, probably, but like not out there. Yeah, all the oil from all the cars and shit. But out there, we're like on the edge of a national park with like pretty much no neighbors. So it would be like crystal clear, I bet you anything. Yeah. Yeah, and like the forest there.
The dirt.
Well, you actually get B12. You get B12 and calcium and magnesium and all that crap. Yeah, you have to take vitamins if you're living in New York, pretty much. Yeah, dude, like redwood forest, like how many places in the world are there redwood forests? Like one? Like where we're moving? Yeah, that's what I think too. And then like not on top of that, they're like the biggest trees. It's probably second biggest to sequoia, but like they're the oldest. So it's like this is what's supposed to be here, dude. Like before like all like our grandpa Hal, before like all those logging companies took everything down, it was just the oldest, dense, most beautiful redwood forests. Like I don't blame our grandpa because it's like, well, what jobs did he have to choose from? Yeah. Yeah, he was a badass, really. He was a logger and a veteran. And he died at only like 40 something, dude. Like, maybe. I don't remember. I was like fucking 9 years old. I don't talk to my mom or anything, so all the stuff I have is from just memory from when I was like 9. But yeah, he was like a complete badass savage from what I can remember. And then on top of that, he was like the biggest sweetheart. Like, he's killed people, he's done the hardest jobs, and he's just like the biggest sweetheart. Like, and then he gets nothing. He dies super young. Like, life sucks. Life's so unfair for some people, man. Right? One of my memories actually from him is him letting me taste his beer. when I was like 5 or 6, when we lived in like the desert, wherever that was called. I can't remember. But yeah, I remember him letting me taste the beer, and I remember it because my mom like screaming at him, being like, "It's gonna cause all this shit." Meanwhile, she probably drank while pregnant. It's like, come on, lady. And I was like, yeah, dude, what a cool guy. He's like, a 5-year-old's like looking at his beer. He's like, have a sip. Like, what a badass, dude. Right? Everyone's all freaking out about tons of stupid shit. He's just like, here you go. Like, all my memories of him when I was younger were like, he's such a sweetheart. I have bad memories of him, but it wasn't like he did something. It was his Alzheimer's. You know? It's like, he's not a bad person for being retarded if his brain's dissolving. You know? Like, fuck. I don't know if you were there, but do you remember when, so like Uncle Matt gave him like a Snickers or something, and he died. So because like Uncle Matt gave him a Snickers and he wasn't supposed to, and so Grandpa Hal literally choked to death in the living room. And I remember watching him choke to death and die. And then they brought him back to the house, like they revived him. And like Aunt Sheena was just screaming at Matt, like, because she was all drunk and depressed as fuck. Obviously, her husband's dying. And so she was like really mad at Matt, like, you weren't supposed to do that and shit. And it's like, Matt has had so much stress growing up, dude, just like us. He had a really fucked up childhood, dude, like, and then he's just like his dad. He's been through so much, but he's just like the biggest sweetheart ever. For real. And then Aunt Sheena, like, her life sucked too, dude. Like, if you look at like our family history, it's just like it's there's cool parts, but there's just so much tragedy and like sadness. Yeah. Like Aunt Sheena was half Native American. And then so her mom was 100% Native American. Like, her mom literally was like around when Europe was like taking the US and shit. It's crazy. So much suffering in like our family line. It's like crazy, dude. Do you ever Lake of Tears? I finished the crate. I'm on the next spot that says complete delivery to Again. Let's sell some fish. Hey, 1 second, let me mix another drink. Gotta get fucked up. Did you ever see that hand-painted photo of Aunt Sheena when she was like 20-something? She was fucking beautiful, dude. Like, we only saw her as like old lady, you know, on the edge of death. But she was like really beautiful when she was younger. Yeah. That's like the best you could hope for, is your ancestors to be like slightly slutty, so then you look good, you know? Like, if they were like really honest and noble, you might be ugly, man. Alright, so you know where to go to complete that delivery to Kim? Okay. Man, I'm getting drunk. I haven't drank in so long. I didn't eat anything all day too, and now I'm like belly full of vodka. Okay. Yeah, it is. I already sold. Oh, I guess I didn't sell it. There we go. Okay. There we go. Yeah, now I'm on the go to Lucian at the Lake of Tears Fishery, which is right fucking here. Now she teleports you to somewhere. Man. Yeah.
I caught a crayfish, but I don't know what else. I don't know what it is. This guy gave me his rod.
Yeah, you're probably doing it then. So yeah, just keep following that, and then let us know as you progress. And we'll tell you when you're close to where we are. Then we can all be on the same thing. Oh, I didn't know it ended.
It's okay. I got these other missions that I was supposed to do first. We're definitely sad.
Her, I'll add her, and I'll see if I can do mine. Oh yeah, you're right. It says the levels. Here, join Debbie, so I can look. You gotta try again. It timed out. There you go. Yeah, mine's 58 through 59, so that's stupid. Pointless. I mean, you get 36 million XP, but I could just become my other character if you guys want to try and join a raid. I like my other character too. But you get hella XP and you get bunch of weapon shards too, so you get potentially new weapon. Just glitch into that. No, don't go. What guy? I says instead of why. What guy? This guy's like, is there a reason I can't enter Galahide after I haven't ran in today? And I'm like, God hates you, that's why. Haven't you figured that out yet? Like, he obviously hates you. Yeah. I don't get how it's like religious people, it's like they think about God all day. They talk about God constantly. It's like, Well, then, if you think about it so much, how could you not realize that fucking, like, A, B, C, D, E, F? Like, that's the whole reason I figured that shit out. I thought it was real. So I thought about it a bunch, and I was like, oh. You know? Santa isn't real. This isn't real. Yeah, it doesn't mean they're evil. It just means they're, like, unfortunately wrong and they can't figure it out, you know? But same could be said for, like, any evil person ever. You know? Like, they're not necessarily evil. They're just this way because of this, this, and this. And it's like, oh, okay. They gotta take responsibility eventually, yeah. Like, even if it's not their fault, they still gotta take responsibility because it's them doing the thing. Man, on Fortune Fire, there was this one guy who mentioned, like, probably 5 or 6 times that he had been struck by lightning. And, like, you could tell he was, like, he had mental shit going on. You know, like, some shit was fried. But I thought it was so cool of him to constantly mention that because he's being like, I'm not retarded, something happened to me.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, he's constantly warning people, like, I'm sorry, but this happened to me. And he had enough, like, mental clarity to understand that he was fucked, you know? Like, I felt so bad for that guy. Right? It kind of made me think, like, he had regular perspective and then it was taken from him. And he had regular perspective long enough to understand that it was taken from him. You know? He knew it was fucked. Yeah, he knew he was being weird and stuff, but it's like, he can't help it, you know? His brain was, like, burnt, kind of, like... Yeah, he failed, but it's like, that guy was hella cool, you know? His personality was cool. Because hella other people would be like, I'm better, or like this dumb shit. And he was like, yeah, he was like self-debilitating, like, I have a problem. But that was the most noble thing he could have done. Has been like, I'm fucked. You see the one? Oh, go ahead. I'm not sure. Let me check. Oh. Oh, yeah. Probably just barely 40, though. Well, if I don't play that character for a little while, you guys will eventually catch up. Yeah, I'm level 40. So I'll just keep playing my higher level, so I don't keep leveling up. But yeah, did you ever see that Fortune Fire episode with... They had people who had won come back, and the Hawaiian guy, he came back. And, like, he completely failed. And he only had 30 minutes left. And he used the power of, like, pissed off to, like, finish that shit. He was like, fuck! Breaking, like, slamming shit the whole time. But all the judges were, like, extremely impressed. They were like, you just showed the rest of the contestants that they wasted 2.5 hours. Like, you did the same thing they did in 30 minutes. It was like, Jesus, this dude is so badass. Yeah, that's my favorite contestant. I think it may be in the first time he came up. I can't remember. I watched the first time he showed up a long time ago. But yeah, he wasn't like super rich. He just had like a little garage he was making all this shit in. And he was the guy who he's like, I got a bunch of scraps from the junkyard, and then he fucking wins. It's like, Jesus, dude. Yeah, that dude impressed the fuck out of me. Like, he was going up against people who had like 20 years experience. And all the equipment and knowledge, the dude he'd only been doing it for less than a year, had no equipment, and he whooped their asses just out of like willing to suffer, you know? It was like, yeah, like John Daly, dude. I love listening to anything John Daly. Like, all these other people had like rich families. They've been trained since they were kids. They're in the gym every week. They eat perfectly. John Daly's like, I drink a case of fucking beer a day. I've never trained once in my life. His swing technique is fucked, but he wins. And it's like, that's my guy, dude. That's my guy. Like, actual talent. Like, that's actual talent. He wasn't like doing the best he could do. He's doing shit, which means he's way better than the other people. I also feel like that's where his power comes from, because it's like, if you watch a professional anything, football player, knife maker, anything, you watch them do it on like a show where they're in a stadium and thousands of people are watching them. Like, they're probably not going to do as good as if they were just at home with friends, drinking a beer, not thinking about like all the people judging them and shit. Like, they might do better with all that stress, but I would say probably most likely they're going to do worse, you know, because they're like stressed out. Yeah, I would for sure, man. I would do way better. Like, if we were on the brawl competition, I'd be super hyped and stressed, and I'd probably fuck up. Whereas, like, my best match ever would have been one where I was, like, drunk, not paying that much attention, and I was just having a blast, you know? I'm down. Yeah, my inventory's full anyways.